Oh, it's recording. It's recording. It was like a little lag this morning. Good morning, everybody. Hi, how are you? I am Basket Case Mama Fab Finds. My name is Debbie. I'm a part-time reseller, and I am here to go over some of the things that sold in the month of November, in the second half of the month, from the 16th into the 30th, and we're just going to get into it. If you haven't seen the first part, that already is posted. I am behind on videos. The holiday season is upon me, and it's busy at my house. And I'm trying to get bazillions of things done, and it's a thing right now. So we just celebrated my son's birthday, and there's just so many things going on like every weekend, and I have appointments and things to do. So there's just tons of stuff going on. I'm sure you're going through the same thing at your house. So I wish you some peace and joy and a little bit of breathing time over this holiday season, because it is supposed to be that way. But for me, it's all busy because it's busy. And that's good. I'm not complaining. So anyway, this is for the end of November. And this first thing here is a vintage Dufex foil print matted. It's an orange cat with some hyacinths. Now, I got these at a yard sale, and they looked beautiful in the bright sunlight, but they were not in good condition. I don't know if I can show you how they're not in good condition or not, but they're not in good condition. They're matted. They have like little, like you can see here on the side, it's like crinkled and scratched. They're just not in good condition, and I obviously can't change the picture, which I should be able to do, but it is what it is. This morning, I'm not going to sweat the small stuff. Anyway, I did take an offer because they bought 2 of them, and this sold for $7.50. And I'm going to be looking down because I have little notes here that tell me, my little notebook, to tell me like more information. So hopefully it will go better. I'm going to flip this over. We're going to find out where we left off. We left off there. Okay, great. So after fees and the cost of goods, I made $5.19. This is the other one that she bought, also a vintage. Let's move this out of the way. Sorry about that. Vintage Dufex foil. This is a tabby cat, long-haired. I did put read. I put in the description, if you look here, it says fair. The read description, imperfections noted, see the pictures. So there are imperfections. There's like a little tear here and some more scratching. So there's a sticker here on the thing from wherever had it before. They did not store them well. They were just really not perfect, but they still sold, so I'm happy. And I have a few more left, but I've sold a few so far. So this one, again, I took an offer $7.50 because she bought both of them and they shipped together. And I did give her a discount on the shipping as well. So at the end, I made $4.55 on that one. So, and I have a lot of those little sales this month, but I also have some good ones, like this one here. This is a black and white pearl twisted necklace. It's got a ball box clasp, which I'm not sure if it'll let me show you. Oh, maybe it will. There you go. See that? It's cool looking. And it's patent pending inside of there, but it doesn't have a maker's mark on it. So this sold on a sale. It was 30% off on sale for $38.50. After fees and shipping and cost of goods, I made $24.02. So this I didn't pick up that long ago. I picked it up at the expensive thrift store, but they didn't have it marked up too terribly bad. And it's just plastic, but it does look like wood. It's got a metal back that's been punched. The star is metal, and it was by Hallmark. It's Joanne Eschricht. It's a nativity creche, just the manger only, and it's sold on probably a coupon, or I sent out an offer because it's not showing up here, but it sold for $22.09, and after cost of goods and fees and everything, I made $12.79. Some of these are not going to be good sales because you'll see. I have them noted. There were a couple. One was a bad buy, one was a bad sale. Just things happen. Anyway, and one was just a mistake about shipping. So we'll talk about that when I get there too. So this is a vintage fairy lamp candle holder. It's just clear glass. It's by Homeco, which used to be Home Interiors. it sold for $15.40. It was on sale at 30% off. And after fees and shipping cost of goods, I made $12.28 on that item. So this is a Tiffany box. It is just a box. It's with the original Tiffany ribbon, and it's a 4 3/4 by 5 1/4 by 4-inch lidded box. It's glossy, but it's empty. I put in there. And I did put, it has a little cornerware, and to see the pictures. I took an offer of $10 on this. I paid 75 cents for the Tiffany boxes that I got. I picked them up at the church sale. So I made $6.43. I don't think that's bad for an empty box. I think that's not too bad at all. Okay, so this is the bad buy. So I picked this little guy up, and there were 2 of them, and I sold them separately. And I really thought this one would be the one that would sell better than the other one, but apparently I was wrong. And it's okay though. So this was a new with tags Grateful Dead Bear Candyman from 1991. Liquid Blue Sandstone Amphitheater. That's what the concert apparently is. That the bear was for, and it was on sale for 30% off. Perhaps I shouldn't have put it on sale at all, but it is what it is. In addition to that, they had a coupon. So they got it for $18.90. I paid $13 for it on Whatnot. So I bought 2 of them, I think, for $25 or something. So it's $24. I don't know. So it worked out to $13 after shipping, because it wasn't that much, but with shipping, it worked out to $13. It was not a good buy. It was not a good buy. Anyway, at the end of it all, I made a whole $1.75. So there's that lesson. Lesson learned. Pay attention to your sales. Pay attention to your buys. Just, it was cute though. The other one I made a little more money on. So overall, I made money. I still made money on it, but just things I wouldn't do again. So this is a Tamarack Pottery Openwork Luminary. It's salt glazed. It's really pretty. I haven't had it very long at all, actually. And it sold for, again, probably had a coupon because it sold for $13.50. So when people buy from me, I send a thank you card in with their things, plus a little magnet with my logo on it. And the coupon has a coupon code for 10% off. So they can use that anytime, and they can use it, like, that's why it's not showing up here, but it was a coupon that they took off. I paid $5 for it. So again, not the best deal because I ended up only making $2.64 on it because I also undercharged on the shipping. I had a couple of those this month. So, 'tis what it is, what it is. But it all works out in the wash, and I still made money. But, live and learn. The heavy stuff got me this month, and there's one that I made a big mistake. I just really, in my head, did not consider the size of the item. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But this is a Princess Bunny by the Bay. It's Princess of the Peas rabbit. It's signed, it's numbered, it's collectible. Bunnies by the Bay is cute and it does okay, but this was a real surprise. My daughter actually found this. Now, it has sold in the past for around $70. They got it for $60. It was on sale for 30% off at $70, and they got it for $60. So I'm guessing they had a coupon. I don't know. I have no idea, but that's what happened. So the cost of goods was $7. So at the end of the day, I made $42.87 on it, which is still awfully good for a stuffed animal. So I'm not complaining. So this little cardboard drum is old. He's old. He's very, very old. He's got velvet trim and these little. I knew it was old, and I had it vintage, and I mentioned in it that it might be older than vintage, and I think it is because the man that bought it seemed to know a little bit more about it. But it was for sale for $20. Again, 10% off. It was either an offer I sent out or he had a coupon. So he got it for $18, and after cost of goods and shipping, I made $16.14. And literally, it's like 2 inches, 3 inches big. So he's happy, and that's plenty of profit on something that I think I had like a whole 17 cents in, so that was really good. This is an Applause Bear by Dakin. It's like a mashup. It's got like this, I don't know if you can see here. It's got a little dust, but it's got like some kind of pattern in the velour. As you can see, I don't know how come it's got so much dust on it. This was early, before I actually had before I had a box and everything. So I listed this a long time ago. But anyway, it's sold on an offer of $24.50, and I paid $1 for it. So at the end of the day, I made $19.90 on it after fees and all the good stuff. So this is a Tiffany Classics ornament. It's not Tiffany. It's by Hallmark, but it's called Tiffany's. It's dated 1977. It was still in the original box. I don't know if it was open. It didn't look open, but I always put used, very good condition in original box because I don't know if it's used and it's old. So, but this was sold for full price at $18.99. I paid $1.94 for it, so I made $14.49 after fees. This is a Mary Meyer Lovey. It has roses all over it and little knots on the end of it. I had it listed for $18.99. It was on sale for $13.29, and I paid 87 cents for it, so I made $11.21 after shipping. Love Loveys. They're not always worth very much money, to be fair. Some can be, but not all of them. So this is a Herzenberg hand-painted cherries necktie silk. I really thought this would be worth more than it turned out to be worth, but at the end of the day, it's a tie. I paid 50 cents for it. I took an offer of $14, and I made $11.23 on it, so that's awfully good for a tie. This is a little metal locomotive Christmas ornament. You can see it's pretty cute. It's got some holly on it. It's darling. It's all red. I had it listed for $9.99, and that is what it sold for. I paid $80 for it, 80 cents for it. And so afterwards, I made $8.56. Okay, so this was the, good Lord, what was I thinking? This is an Adventure Planet plush stuffed jumbo caterpillar. It's 80 inches long. It's super cute. As you can see, it's all these pastel long colors. It's very cute. Anyway, I had it listed for $75, which was what it had sold for in the past. But I'd had it for a while. It took up a lot of room. It was in a bag, and it was up in the bedroom, the extra bedroom we have. So it was up there because it was just, there are a couple big things I had that were up there. So I had it up there. And so I took an offer when I put it on sale. All my plush went on sale during my 12 days of Christmas sale it was after a certain date. So this sold on sale for $52.50, and I ridiculously charged, you see what it says? $5.75 for shipping. 80 inches long. So my husband brings it out, and it like, between the weight and the size of the box, because it was well over 12 inches, it was like $28, $30 to ship it. And I'm like, holy crap, no, we can't. You got to get it under 12 inches. You got to get it under 12 inches. So he, because he's magic, squished it into a 12 by 12 box. Got it all taped up, and the box split. So he took extra cardboard, and he fixed it, and he taped it, and he put tape all the way around it, and that baby was just solid, and it was tape, and it was just together. And so, but the shipping was still $11.49, but at least it wasn't $30. So I ate the $6 and, well, the $6 around, a little under $6 of extra because it was my boo-boo, and I paid $7 for it. So I still made $28.83. But had I done it correctly, I would have probably made more money on it if I had paid attention to the size of the item. I pay attention to weight, and I didn't even charge enough for the weight. Like, that is just a mistake. I was probably doing a bulk listing with some ornaments, because that's a very small item shipping price. That is not a 80-foot plush. It just was a mistake. So I boo-booed. It was a boo-boo. Big boo-boo. Thankfully not super big, thanks to my husband's expert skill in shipping. So I'm just really glad that it got there and it arrived and it was in one piece. Praise God. So we feel bad for shipping it because we're very good about shipping, and I hate shipping something like jammed into a box and taped up like that. But I just had to. I didn't have any choice. It was sold on an offer, and I couldn't do that kind of shipping. I'd have killed it. It would have killed it. I'd have been so sad. I'm still sad, but I'm not completely sad. And it was my own dumb fault, so I have no one to blame. Anyway, this is a Little People Fisher Price Royal Frog Prince Roberto's Animal Replacement, and it sold for $5 on an offer. And after shipping and everything, I still made $5.25 because the shipping with the extra for, I charge a little extra in my shipping to cover boxing and packaging and stuff. So it worked out to $5.45. I also didn't pay very much for it, so that helps. The next item on our list is one of the Barbie ornaments that I got in the bulk buy, and this is actually not a Barbie. It's the 1962 Barbie hat box case that came out in 2000. I had it listed for $8.50. It sold on an offer for $6, and I made $5.45 after fees and cost of goods. This is a little, and like I said before, I do flat rate shipping. So sometimes my shipping is a little over, sometimes it's a little under, and it all averages out in the wash. However, if it's a lot over, or you do multi-quantity, I do refund shipping. You'll see a couple of those in here too, because if I'm off by a lot, I will refund it. If it's my eating it off by a lot, I eat it. So the little bit that difference there, here and there, that maybe I made $1 because the shipping was a little bit more. That covers boxes and shipping paper and things like that. So it works out in the wash in the long game. People in the East Coast might pay a little bit more. People in the West Coast might pay a little bit less. People in the middle, that's about right. And that's what I try to do. And it works. And it's pretty close. I mean, sometimes I'm only different, like a couple pennies from what I'm actually paying. So it all works out. This is a teapot. It is a wall pocket. It's got a blue the spelling, windmill, Dutch Holland. It's marked made in Japan. And it hangs on the wall. So it was in really good condition. Super, super cute. I took an offer, I took an offer of $34 on it. And after shipping and fees, I paid like 63 cents for it. So I made $27.89. This is a Bethany Low snowman bucket container paper mache. It is adorable. I picked it up last year in the fall, and I thought it would sell at Christmas time last year. Easy. I had it listed for $43. Thought it would go right away. And I got lots of watchers. I mean, lots of watchers. Probably 50 people watching it. And it didn't sell, and it didn't sell, and it didn't sell, and it didn't sell. And finally, on sale for 30% off, it sold at $30.10, and I paid $2 for it, so I made $23.05. I'm not complaining, but man, it took forever to sell, and I don't know why, because so many people were interested in it. It was cool. I got some questions, but still no. Now here's something, again, I thought was going to be kind of a bad bag. I picked a bag of these up. There were penguins, there were a couple other ones, and they were all by this company called Cubbies Limited. I think that they were probably meant to be personalized. None of these are. But it's a lovey, it's all furry, it's all plush, it's stuffed. They're all new in the bags, never been used. And I just thought, okay, we'll see. The price was meh. I couldn't find a lot of comps, so I kind of priced it mid-range at $18.88. For this person bought two of them at $13.22 each. I took an offer, so for two of them, I made $21.73, and that was really good. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised because I wasn't sure how well they would do. But it was all good, all good. So this is a Scasis lighthouse ornament. It's from Michigan. The lighthouse is from Michigan. I don't know where they're made. They're probably made in China. But it's a miniature of the Charlevoix, Michigan lighthouse in Michigan. So Michigan has a plethora because they got lakefront property there. Lots of lakefronts. If you ever been, I don't know if you ever been to Michigan, if you ever saw Lake Michigan or all the other lakes, the Great Lakes, they're not called great for nothing. They're not a lake. See, I live here in New Jersey, and we have a lake We have a lake, and you can see the other side. You can probably walk across it on a small bridge. Our lakes are teeny tiny. If you go to North Carolina, their lakes are pretty big. You go to Michigan, their lakes are oceans. Okay, you cannot see any sign of the other side. Way over in Canada, someplace. Yeah, they're big lakes. Okay, so they have lots of lighthouses. If you've never been there, it's really quite the sight to see. Because here in New Jersey, especially, we have little teeny lakes. Most of them. We have some bigger lakes, but most of them are like ponds. They're just pretty comical to call them a lake, but they're called lakes. Anyway, these were for sale for $15. Now I picked up a whole box of these at the Goodwill, and I paid up for them. But because there were so many in there per thing, it worked out to about 50 cents. I wasn't so sure about them at all because they're little, and their lighthouses are kind of specific. But I did look up the name, discuss, and they make big lighthouses. They're very collectible. So I thought, I'll take a chance because for the price and everything, crud. If I sold one, I would be okay. I would, anything else after that, I'd be making money for the most part. So I thought, okay, I'll get them. Well, these babies have been selling and selling. I might have one left. I think I've sold almost all of them, which is stunning to me. So if I ever see them again, because I was thinking Michigan, like I'm in New Jersey. So Michigan is far from me. And I know there are people in Michigan looking for them maybe, but I just thought it was just such a random, specific kind of location. I know there's lighthouse lovers out there and lighthouse collectors. I get that, but I still was very pleasantly surprised at actually the price that I could get for them and how well they have sold, because they've literally, I probably picked them up in July or August, and they have been selling pretty steadily since I purchased them. So this person bought 3 of them. They got a deal for $12.50 each, and they got a discount on the shipping because the shipping on these were $7, and they paid $21 for shipping, and certainly it didn't cost that much money, so they did get a refund on that. So this one was $12.50. So at the end, after shipping and the refund I made $8.31 on this one. And then this one here is the Little Sable, Michigan Lighthouse. Again, same thing. I made $8.31 on that one. And then this one was the Ludington No Pier, Michigan Vintage Lighthouse. And I made a little bit different on that one, $2.84, because I took the shipping off of one of them. So it ended up like in the actual reality. So it affected the fees a little bit on that one. So it ended up being made a little bit more money because some of the fees get returned because you pay fees on your shipping. So that worked out. Anyway, this is a Brooks Brothers tie. No, Rakuten, I'm busy. Thanks so much for playing. And it was listed for $44.44. It sold for $36. It's a micro check. It was like a blue silver color with and it was all silk. It had a couple runs the length of the tie just below the label, but so it was on the back of it. So I had put that in the title here, that there was a little like minor defecty thing to keep an eye on, but overall that was in very good condition. So it sold for $36, and after fees and the cost of goods, which I think was about 50 cents, I made $29.30. I'm telling you, ties are really not a bad way to make money. If you can get them cheap, even if they don't sell for a whole lot of money, there's still a decent amount of money to be made on them. The fees are crazy because they're considered clothing, and clothing fees on eBay are a little higher, or at least that's how it looks to me. So you never know, but honestly, just kind of do some research on brands that are decent to look for. Some of them do very well. They don't sell super fast, but they do pretty well. If you price them down below a little bit, you might move them faster, and that's okay too. So this is a Wedgwood Jasper. I'm moving this out of the way. Hide it down here. This is a Wedgwood Jasper little tray, like a trinket dish. It's called Hosea, and it's a Star of David in the center of it. It was in the box, original, with all the paperwork. It was on sale. I took an offer for $22, and I paid 63 cents And that was probably because it was like on the day that you get 15 or 20% off or whatever. And I made $11.59 on it. So this is a Department 56 Snow Baby Peppermint Pal ornament. She's sitting on a candy cane. Now, as it goes, Snow Babies are not. Department 56 is great. Lots of Department 56 is worth hundreds of dollars. Snow Babies is not one of them. Okay. Most of the Snow Baby stuff, it doesn't do very well. So I was really surprised that this was at $25 was the selling point for this. And I got $25 for it because honestly, most of it's like $9, $10 max. It's just mass market produced. So there's lots of them, but there are a few that do better. So just always look up everything. You never know. I paid $2 for it, so at the end of the day, I made $20.23 after fees. This cutie is a 1977 Cocker Spaniel by Dakin. So it was cute. It was in okay condition. It was in good condition. It was not in very good condition, but it was in good condition. You can see he's got a little wear. He's been loved a little bit. And it's not going to let me do that. Nope. So I don't know why some don't work and some do work. I don't know, and I don't want to know, I guess. Anyway, so it was in good condition. At any rate, I took an offer of $25 on it. I have $2.62 in it, so I made $18.46. This, I won't pick these up anymore. No. It literally, I had it for 3 years, and it took forever to sell. And I lowered the price a couple times. As you can see, I had it at $20, and I was on sale for 30% off, so they got it for $14. And after I paid $4 for it, so after cost of goods, I made $9.14. And yeah, so I thought they were cute. I remember back in the day, that's House of Lloyd. I can remember when they were selling them, and like in the 80s, and they were just so cute, and people loved them. And apparently, that's just no longer the case. So it's okay. I mean, some 80s stuff does well, but not everything. But it's okay. So this is a Baby Gans White Rabbit. It for Easter. It still had its tags. I had it listed for $20. It sold for $20, and after I paid $4 for it. So after fees, I made $14.35. So this is a Girl Scout Junior badge. It's retired. It's called the Sleuth or Detective badge. It's an iron-on patch. So I was a Girl Scout leader for 13 years, and I accumulated some leftover patches and badges and things that like girls dropped out of the troop, or they didn't earn the badge, and they didn't finish the work for it and whatever. So I had things that were left over, so I put them online. And I also had some things that were really old, retired, that I gave them ideas of things they could do in the description, so their girls could earn this patch, because they're not going to be able to earn it because they're not going to be able to find the information in a Girl Scout book today. So I just listed the things that would be required. Like they have to do 5 things, I think they'd have to do, and some things you could do with your, like an escape room, or like where you're finding clues, anything clue, a scavenger hunt, those kinds of things. So I put that in the description to help people and inspire leaders or moms that are doing it at home. They're called Juliet's, so they could do it. So this person had ordered all the ones I had 3. So again, this same thing happens with the shipping on this. So she paid $9 for the 3 of them. And after the shipping discount and everything, I made $8.87 on them, which is pretty good, actually, because they were just already paid for long ago. So this is, my daughter's 25, so she's been out of Girl Scouts for a while now. So this is a triple heart frame. It's bronze looking. Hearts, roses, looks Victorian, and it was new. And as you can see by the triplets that are in it, they're not really triplets. It was very good. It looked unused, but I put it down as used anyway. And it sold for an offer of $25. I paid $1 for it, and I made $16.52. So this is a little bobblehead wooden turtle. It was made in Mexico, hand painted. It was in a little bag with a bunch of different things. I paid like $1 for it. It sold for full ask at 10, so I made $7.64. And it was little, maybe an inch and a half, not very big at all. So this is a vintage Why Not handmade guitar tie, and it was acoustic guitar, figural, all the words. I took an offer of $19 and I paid $1 for it, so I made $15.55. This is a colonial candle. It's Taiwan. It's a fairy lamp. My Rakuten keeps going up because every page is different. It's a glass candle holder. It's domed. It's clear. All the words. It sold for $32, and after I paid $2 for it, so after fees and everything, it was $21.68. This is a National Decorations vintage firehouse from 1991 for a Christmas village. Now, not this summer, last summer, I was at a yard sale far away from my house, actually, like out in the boons. And it was like this one long street, and there were all these houses, and you could just literally park and walk up and down this long street on both sides and find things. And this one person had these 2 bins full of vintage Christmas houses. None of them were like Department 56 or anything fancy. They were just Christmas houses. She wanted $25 for them all, and I had no idea how many were in there, but I knew there were more than 25 of them in there. So I picked them up, and maybe there might have been 20 of them. It might have been 20 of them, but there were 2 things of them for like $25. So it was like $1.47 each or whatever it worked out to be. So I brought them home, and slowly but surely they keep selling. Like we went through them last night because I had 2 full tubs of them, and I'm down to like maybe a half a tub. And I want to say 6 left, maybe. 2 of them I thought would have sold. I have a church and a lighthouse I thought would sell right away, and they haven't yet. But they've been listed. This one was small, so this is listed for $10. It also is a very generic, probably a drugstore one. But it was a firehouse, and it sold for the full. It sold for $9 because they had a 10% off coupon on top of the 25% off. So I made $7.39 off of it, but still, I already made my money back on the whole lot, like the first 2 sales, and now I'm just making money on every one of them technically, even though I do it broken down. After the first one sells, it's all profit after that, so it doesn't matter. So this is a Bleacher Creature Rocky Balboa boxer stuffed toy, 10-inch. It's a movie collectible. It was for sale for $27. It sold for an offer of $22, and it literally sold in days. I was so surprised. So I paid 25 cents for it. I made $20.13. So that was really good. I like stuff like that. Fast turnaround. Quick. So this is a Sally Peanuts Angel from a Peanuts plastic nativity set. It's in pretty good condition. I mean, it's got some wear because it was dinging around in a box at some point. It was on sale for 25% off, and I took somebody bought it at $6.66. I had 56 cents in it, so I made $5.01. This is a Carter's Blue Monster Lovey Stuffed Animal Shaggy Soft Toy. He's pretty cute. He's got 3 eyes. I took an offer of $20 on him, and I had 50 cents in, so I made $18.14. This is another of the ones that sold, another fire station, and it sold on the same day. So I instinctively thought they were going to the same person, but they were not, actually. So this is really pretty. All of these had the lighting removed, but sometimes the light bracket was still inside of it, but the light switch was cut, and there was no getting it out. So I just put it in the thing to let people know, hey, once upon a time this lit up, and you could still put like a tea light in it, like a battery operated tea light, it would be fine, but whoever had it didn't want it to light up. So they cut the cord and just took the bulb out and left it in the little metal light switch thing in there because it's got a bracket on it, and they just pushed it in. I don't know, but whoever did that, I couldn't get it out. So that's how it got sold. So this one was from 1990s as well. I think they were all from the 1990s, early 1990s. It was on sale for 25% off. They bought it for $13.52, and this was a Dickens one. And again, they had a coupon for 10% off. So I made like $6.85 on it after everything was said and done. And that was a case where like the shipping was $13.50. I charged, and the actual shipping was $13.28. So you see what I mean? It's just like most of the time I'm very in the ballpark, but sometimes I mess it up. This is a Hallmark turkey. It's just a little plush toy. It sold for $14.99, and it sold actually after Thanksgiving, but I had $2 in it, so I made $12.07. And I love selling plush toys. I really do. They're my favorite. They don't cost a lot, and they sell, and you make a little decent money on them all the time. Like, it all adds up too, so it doesn't really matter. This is a Joan Rivers Russian-inspired Christmas ornament egg. They're beautiful. I have another one that's blue. This is the black one. It was $18. It was on sale for 25% off, so they paid $18.75. And I paid 50 cents for it, so $16.98 profit. This is a block, spelled wrong. Yes, it's BLOCH, okay? And I have a little dyslexia, and sometimes, bad things happen like this, okay? Sometimes. I just noticed it, too, when I put it up. So, this sold for $12 on an offer. It was one of my daughters. She took dance. So I had some Leos that were in good condition, and this one had like a mesh back on it with a crisscross. It was really pretty. And as you can see, it's spelled oh no, this is BLOCK. No, I don't think it really is. I think it's an H that's got a crinkle in it, honestly. I'm pretty sure it's an H. Anyway, it's $12, and I didn't have anything in it because I bought it for my daughter, so $10.71 profit, and that's okay all day long. So this is a Crazy Mountain Santa figurine advent calendar with a gift box, and it has little magnets inside of it. I'm not sure if I can show you. There we go. There you go, little magnets inside of it. There they are. And they all stick on the days, and there's like, that's how many are in there, however many there. So I don't know if that's how many. I think they probably came with 24, but that's not all that are there now. I'm sure some of them are missing, and they were in okay condition, and one of them was missing a magnet back. So I had it listed for $14.99. I paid $3.49 for it, so I made $10.10. And I did get a message from somebody that just wanted the magnets. And I was like, no, can't do it. Because if I sell the magnets without selling the whole Santa, I'm stuck with a magnetless Santa, which is going to be far more difficult to sell. And as you saw, there's some paint. It's like a little rustic. It's got some paint missing to it. It's not in great shape. But it's from the 1980s, I'm sure. So I knew somebody would like it, and someone did. So it's good all day. All right, this is another one of those things that was not a good buy. This was a Swarovski Elements Christmas Bear Ornament Mercury Glass look from 2014. I don't think it's not mercury glass. I think it was, I don't know what it was, but it wasn't mercury glass. It was just made to look like mercury glass. And it had this one's not going to work. I believe it had like Swarovski eyes, crystal eyes, okay? Swarovski. So I took an offer of $6.79. I had $1 in it. I made $4.93. You know, I saw the Swarovski Elements, and I was smitten by the word. And you know, no, it was not the one. In fact, some of them aren't worth as much. I mean, some of them are worth a lot, but some of them are not worth a lot. So look them up. And that was just a yard sale, quick thinking and hopeful, but it didn't work out. So this is a Roman church bell. There's a series of these. This is from 1999. It sold on full ask for $13.13. I have $1.50 in it, so I made $10.69. And I've had that for a long time, a couple years. And this is a Peanuts Worldwide Woodstock Nest Tree ornament. It sold for full price at $25. I had 83 cents in it, so $21.39 is how much I made on that one. And he was super cute. We are Peanuts fans in our house. So that is everything that sold in November. And all in all, it was a much better month than October was. My October month said it wasn't about the same as it was the year before, but it felt much more sluggish. And I just think it was like I'd go 2-3 days and nothing, and then I'd get like 4 or 5 sales, and then nothing. Then, you know, it was very broken up and very. November was more steady. There was a steady flow. Now, I'm still not at a place where some people are, where I'm selling 25, 30 things a day. That's just not happening. As you see, I probably sold 25 things in the end of the month, maybe. December's been very good so far. And I've sold a lot of higher end stuff in December. So hopefully it's all going to work out. We'll see where it is. And we're going to work on some things next year with business model, because we're changing some things. So we'll see how it goes. But for the moment, it's all good. And it's, you know, profit is profit. So not complaining. Anyway, that's all I have. I got the hiccups, sorry. That's all I have for you today. I did not get, if you watch me regularly, I did not get my Wednesday video up. I've been sick for like, I was sick for like almost 10 days. And I'm so behind for Christmas things. I hadn't started Christmas shopping. I hadn't started getting things together for my son's birthday. I hadn't started anything. I just was really far behind. I'm feeling but more caught up. But I've had days since I got better where I'm just really tired and I just can't seem to get out of my own way. So I feel better today. I got some sleep, but it's been a rough week. So hopefully this week is going to be better, hopefully. So I will try to get 2 of the haul videos up before Wednesday for you guys, because I do appreciate you all watching, and I appreciate you taking the time to spend some time with me. So thanks so much. If you like the content, please hit the thumbs up. If you have seen a couple of my videos, please subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. You just hit the little subscription button, and it lets you know when my videos are, like, it'll keep them in a little log for you in your subscriptions, and you can see when I have stuff or old stuff and go back and watch it. If you haven't seen it, that's great. And if you hit the little bell, that notifies you every time I do post something new, so you can go check it out if you want to. And I do appreciate you watching. I'm going to be, like I said, changing some things up, and you're going to be getting some more things that I am doing. I'm working on the other videos that I promised. So hopefully in the next few weeks, you'll start seeing some things that I've been trying to work on, so I can get them out to you. Okay? So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.